Hello everybody, my name's Tony Kennedy and I'm half and half. Hey, don't get me wrong, not like that. What I mean is, I'm half Irish and I'm half Lancashire, St Helens, where I come from. See, my mother was English and she was from Vincent Street behind the town hall. Now my dad was from Ireland, but he lived at Green Bank on top of Prescott Road. So I was all mixed up inside me. And where I live now in Glenville in Cork, I go out in the morning and there's lovely green fields with all cows and crows in the trees and mountains far away. It's lovely. But when I was a little boy, I lived in Windermere Avenue in Clinkham Wood. And I'd go out in the morning in Windermere Avenue and I'd look across the East Lancs Road to St Helens. We'd just see the top of Low House Church. And then I'd count all the chimneys on the horizon, and I counted 31 chimneys from all the glass factories in St Helens. And if the wind blew from the south, all the smoke would go over Clinkham Wood. And you'd be coughing a bit. That's what it was like. Now, they hadn't built a school nearby. They built St Peter and Paul's and started in 1955 when I went there. So before that, we had to get a school bus into St Helens. And we went to Holy Cross Junior School. And I loved it. But all the time there was this Irish and this St Helens mixed up. Because over here in politics they have Fine Gael, Sinn Féin and Fianna Fáil. It's always been like that. But in St Helens it was always, for us anyway, the Labour Party, because we were the working classes. And we used to sort of help them when they were campaigning for the Labour Party. And we'd get on the bus and we'd make this song up to help them, you know. And this was it. Vote, vote, vote for Hartley Shawcross. He is the leader of the gang. If you do not vote for him, we will shove you in the bin and you'll never see your mammy anymore. We had a great laugh. But I loved it in school. And the teachers were okay. I was a good boy. But sometimes I got in trouble and was a bit naughty. And my teacher was Miss Feeney. And how she'd punish you was she'd smack you on the back of the legs. We all had short pants and used to sting your legs. And the funny thing was, she didn't just smack you, she sort of chanted when she did it. It was very funny. It was like this: you must not throw snowballs into the girls' toilet. It was fun, and my legs hadn't been stinging so much. I'd have laughed. But she was a nice teacher, and we used to do these poems, these noble poems to raise up your spirits. And one of them was called The Charge of the Light Brigade. It was about these 600 men who didn't listen to their orders and they followed the wrong orders and they charged along in the Boer War and they nearly all died. It was very sad. But she made it sound very glorious. It was like this: half a league, half a league, half a league onward. And we'd be riding the horses into the valley of death, rode the 600. Cannons to right of them, cannons to left of them, volley and thundered. Wow! Here's not to reason why, he's but to do and die. Very, very noble. And we were going on the horses like this. Into the mouth of hell, into the jaws of death, rode the 600 feckin' Egypts. Oh yeah, and there was another one. Can't remember all the words, but it was like this. And the teacher said, very posh. The boy stood on the burning deck, whence all but he had fled. It was great. But we learnt it a bit and we said it on the bus. And on the Clinkham Wood bus going up, I'd stand on the front seat on the top deck and I'd look across to all the lads and I'd shout out, the boy stood on the burning deck. And somebody halfway down the bus would say, and would he wash his dirty neck? And all the lads would shout out together, would he heck? And we had a great laugh. But she was trying to improve us. God bless her. God bless Miss Feeney. And she tried to help us to speak properly. Anyway, one day she came in and she said, boys and girls, it was an elocution lesson. I want you to say after me, my father's car is a Jaguar. And I looked at my mates. I mean, we didn't even have a bike. Anyway, we tried. My father's car is a Jaguar. And I said, no, boys and girls, not like that. Let's try another one. And we looked at her and she started. We all sat down on the grass and had a little glass of Bass. Anyway, we tried. We all sat down on the grass and had a little glass of Bass. No, she said. You'll all have to do it for your homework. So I was a good boy, so I went home. And there I was, sat on the toilet, and I was saying, my father's car is Jaguar. And it was all mixed up, it wasn't me. Well, the next day, we went into school, and the teacher looked at me and looked at me face, and she said, Tony, whatever's the matter? Oh, your face is pink on one side. Are you all right? And I looked at her and I sniffed. Miss, me man battered me for talking like a fruit. What could you do? What could you do? But then you grew up. And I went to St Peter and Paul's for a year. Then I went on to Grange Park. And then I left school. And then I met this lovely girl, Mary Kenny. She was a nurse, an Irish nurse in the Providence Hospital. She came from Westport. There's tennis courts just out. She lived near there on the Mulroney Road. And I loved her. And we had a great laugh. And we used to go off for picnics, yeah. I got a little under 50, and we'd drive around, up and down through town, up Hard Lane, down all over St Helens. But at weekends, if she was off, we'd go down to Delamare Forest in Cheshire, big forest. I'd bring the jam butties and pop, and she'd bring a book to read. And we were there all day, it was lovely. Now I know what you were thinking. No, we just had a laugh. See, it hadn't been invented then. There weren't any such. They hadn't made it up till then. So we stayed there, and I loved it, and we had a great time. We had a great laugh. But one time, when I went out with her at night and I put my best jacket on, well, we'd had a little cuddle. And then, when I went back, there was all this lovely smell on my jacket. You know, you have all those perfumes now, like Estee Lauder and Giorgio Arissotto. can't remember the names, and creme, whatever it is. But Mary she had a lovely perfume. It was called Apple Blossom. It were lovely. But when I'd had the cuddle, then the smell would go all over me, Jackie. And then, sometime a few days afterwards, if I was in the house all by myself and I felt a bit lonely, I'd go upstairs to my wardrobe and open the door, and there was me Jackie. And when he opened the door, this lovely smell would come out, Apple Blossom. And I used to go like this, I'd go, and I'd suck it all in, and I went all tingly and happy inside, yeah. I love Mary. See, Mary was Irish and it was all mixed up. It was like, we were the same, it was like a Lancashire hot pot with them funny lumps in the middle. It was like an Irish stew with them funny lumps in the middle, and it would be all mixed up like that. But we had a great time. We were all a bit daft. But this is a song we used to sing on the bus about the Irish. I loved it. And this is it. Oh, me mother and father was Irish, and I was Irish too. We bought a piano for 2 and a tanner, and that was Irish too. We took it to the painters to have it painted blue, but when it came back it was painted black, and that was Irish too. Yahoo! So all you in St Helens who've got Irish blood in you, well, you're and half like me. It's great, because the Irish and the Lancashire, they're all as daft as a brush anyway. See ya.